X Games Chiba 2024 rolls on as we come to you from the Makuhari Messe Stadium here in Chiba, Japan. It's now time for one of our favorites as we welcome you to the Men's Skateboard Park Elimination. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham joined alongside my partner, Amelia Bratka. And Amelia, this event just seemingly every year just ratchets up a notch, but of course it's headlined by the one and only Keegan Palmer.
Keegan Palmer has just won 2 Olympic medals, both of them gold, back-to-back, and he seems unstoppable because he won the qualifiers prior to that. But Yuro Nagahara just beat him at the Rockstar Energy Open. So he could be one of Japan's first medalists out here. But we definitely cannot forget about Tom Shar because he is an absolute beast on a skateboard. He already owns 11 medals from 5 different disciplines here at X Games.
But another look at Keegan just being in such a zone. And as you said, fresh off his victory Euro at the Rockstar Energy Open. Tom Shar, though, 25 years old, just celebrated his birthday earlier this week. He's an all-terrain vehicle. We see him in vert. We see him in park. We've certainly seen him in big air. And it should be noted, turning 25 years old, he first made his X Games debut at 12. That means more than half of his life has been documented here on the X Games stage. So who will be joining those 3 skateboarders? A look at the rest of our field of 11, Amelia.
I am really excited to see Phoenix Sinnerton in the field here because he has been trying to pursue that Olympic situation, but he has been progressing rapidly. I skate with him a lot at the California training facility, and he's got this amazing nose grab 540 that he could just do basically with his eyes closed.
So it's good to see some fans in here. It should be noted as we take a look at this competition format, just 11 skateboarders, 2 40-second runs. The best single run counts with the top 8 advancing to the finals. If the crowd's looking even slightly sparse here today, it's because it's actually not officially open yet for this elimination day. So if they're inside the Makuhari Messe, it's because they know somebody. They got some sort of access, VIP credentials. But we kick things off now, making his X Games debut, 15-year-old Phoenix Sinnerton.
Apparently, Phoenix did not believe he even got an X Games invite. He had to triple check the email and wonder, wait, is this real life? Because here he is living his dream out here, making that debut, already putting together a solid run. And there's the nose grab 5 I was talking about. He just does that with so much ease. And the varial flip Mindy over the box. Wow, this is a really great debut for Phoenix.
And just 15 years old, but look at the length of this teenager.
You know, he used to have really long hair to match, and he just cut it like a month ago, and I did not recognize it.
That would have paired nicely here at X Games Chiba. So Phoenix Sinnerton, welcome to the X Games stage. Oh no, don't leave him hanging. Phoenix, high five.
He might be just a little bit in his head because he had a really great run going. Unfortunately, stepped off on the back boneless, trying to use the features a little bit there. He'll have one more run to put it together.
It's cutthroat, though, in this elimination. 11 skateboarders, only 8 moving on the final. They only get 2 runs to prove they have what it takes to skate in that final. Here now, 29-year-old Danny Leon. I love this story out of Madrid, Spain, Amelia. We saw him at Ventura just a couple months ago. Before that, it wasn't until before X Games in Barcelona 2013 was the last time we had seen him.
I am so happy to see him here because he's got this great style. He's got a trick selection that's really different.
Ooh.
That has made him stand out in all the Olympic qualifiers. A 2-time Olympian now, and he actually coaches Naya Lasso, which is an amazing Spanish skater, and they actually won a Olympic qualifying event together, which was just this beautiful moment for Spain. But heart of gold, Danny Leon.
Best mustache in the field. Probably the only mustache in the field. But, you know, after that 11-year hiatus from X Games Barcelona in 2013 to seeing him at Ventura back in June, it was like, yes, this is absolutely where he belongs. And he was such a crowd favorite there at the Ventura County Fairgrounds. So he'll look to clean things up on run number 2. And how about this household name? Few are as good as he is on the vert ramp, but now making his second ever park appearance at X Games, the one and only Guy Curry.
Okay, so when he was 4, he took a skate lesson with me, and he was just wanting to fly. He literally looked at me and he said, I just want to fly. And then he would send himself.
He said this at 4 years old.
At 4 years old, he looked me in the eye, and that's all that he knew to say in English. And then he would drop in and just throw himself off various features. And clearly has been absolutely on a tear, especially in the vert world. We'll see a better park run from him next, I'm sure of it.
Liam Pace making his 7th X Games appearance. He won gold the very first time he competed in this event back in 2021.
He's been having a really tough year. He just keeps re-injuring the same ankle, but he keeps trying to push it, and he's been filming for a video part, which is definitely hard on the body. You're always pushing yourself doing that. So far, this is the best run I've seen from him all year, just because he's had such a hard time keeping his body together. Looking really strong. Oh! Okay, I am so happy to see Liam finish a run, because he really needed that. He's really been struggling through all the Olympic qualifiers, you know, all the events leading up to this. If it wasn't an ankle, it was a toe.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see him put together a really nice run here. He did the Indy 5, he used some other features.
You know, he started out his X Games career, as I said, a gold in 2021. A bronze in 2022, and then it's been tough sledding for him. Injuries have certainly played a part. 13th, 8th, 9th, 11th, 16th at Ventura. He didn't even make it to the final. So as you said, Amelia, a really solid first run score for him. You gotta feel good, and that's just gotta be a confidence boost for him. Hoping to jump into that top 8.
I hope we're seeing a Liam comeback right now. But here is someone in the middle of an incredible comeback, Alex Sorgente. He was a household name back when the Vance Park series were a thing, has won so many world championships in park, and seeing him back on the competition scene, seeing him back at X Games Ventura this summer, he is so fun to watch, and he is skating better than ever.
Sorge has won this event twice before. It was a 5-year medal gap before he earned silver in Ventura back in June.
Oh, nice, getting the Smith grind on the rail. Whenever there's a rail around, you know Sorge is gonna skate it. And he is gonna take a different approach. Like right here, he's gonna do a signature cab, or sorry, going fakie onto the Smith grind, and he's like a fakie mastermind. He can do a cab into anything.
Skating for Disorder Skateboards, owned and started by Nigel Houston. And you see why he's one of our favorites to watch. He just skates with such a different pace than anyone else. We always talk about with certain bowls and certain park courses, we go, oh, this is a Sorge course. And then I go, what course isn't an Alex Sorgente course, really?
Honestly, he can skate anything, and he always adds a different flair than everybody else. But wow, up in the top spot with an 81.33, we are seeing a Sorge comeback for sure.
81.33 for Alex Sorgente. Well, we're just getting started here in the men's skateboard park elimination. Keegan Palmer and the rest of the boys getting ready to take their first attempts when we return. Just getting started here in the men's skateboard park elimination from night 1 of X Games Chiba 2024. Let's head down to the third member of our team for a vibe check from the course, Mitch Tomlinson.
Yeah, Kieran Woolley is someone that always turns heads, whether he's in a competition, whether he's in the streets, or whether he's in the park. this kid turns head, and today is going to be no different. He skates fast. I know he said he likes this course. It's big and it's fast and it suits him really well. We're going to see an insane invert. And earlier in practice, he had a gap to lip slide that we may see, whether it's this run or finals time.
Thank you, Mitch. Yeah, we've seen some insane practice clips on XGames social leading into this contest. So we're excited to see what Kieran can do. Last 15 seconds, Amelia.
Wow, that frontside ollie transfer was lengthy, and I think he just wallied off the rail. This is definitely a really sick run from Kieran, and I haven't seen anyone use that feature yet, doing the front 5-0 up there. That is solid. He absolutely dominated that run. That had the makings of first place, in my opinion.
Kieran just turning pro for Opera Skateboards a couple of months ago. Obviously was at the Olympics in Paris. Missed out on the podium though in Ventura, finishing in 6th place, but he has won this contest before. He did it back in 2022. Trying to add to his 2 career X Games medals. But that looks like a guy who's ready to skate in a final. 86 for Kieran Woolley.
That was such a phenomenal way to start this competition here. All right, another one to watch. Gavo, as he's known, starting off with a 540. This kid's got a crazy bag of tricks, and he just keeps getting better and better and better.
He had a trick during practice, a switch frontside flip indie that I had to watch it like 6 times in a row that X Games IG posted.
Oh, nice, getting the back 50 up there. That's super tall edge. Front 50 on that extension, really using the course well. Nice frontside invert. Oh, finishing up with a body bag.
Amelia, we say it every year. He's just so technically consistent. He's got 2 silvers and a bronze medal, yet to find first place, but it just feels like at some point it's gonna be his day. There's just so many talented skateboarders in this field right now.
He's got a bag of tricks that we don't see from other people. He does this crazy, like, around the world body varial situation that is just uniquely his, but it seems like with each and every event, he's bringing something different to the table.
He also had to grow up physically, right? Like, he was in this field at like 12 years old, 13 years old, and he was maybe 5 feet tall when he was making his X Games debut. He's grown physically, and his tricks prove that. So here now, Yuro Nagahara, 19 years old. His best X Games performance when he finished just outside of the podium here at X Games Chiba in 2022.
But he won the Rockstar Energy Open just a few weeks ago. He won the Japan Nationals, a tall order, and he's got power, and he goes fast, and he's also got a technical bag of tricks. Oh, cab back disaster. Kickflip Indy, keeping his speed. That's the other thing about him. He goes so fast, he's able to fit way more tricks in than a lot of these others. Nice, 540, grabbing backside. Nice body jar. Yes, throwing in a Smith up there for good measure.
Yuro's a co-founding member of the new Tanabata Skateboards team, launched in partnership alongside Sky Brown, obviously, so really exciting times for Yuro.
There you see Sky also congratulating him along with Sakura. Oh, that cab back disaster. The way that he is in the air doing a caballerial and then landing on the disaster as opposed to starting low and getting in a disaster. That's quite a feat.
His 5s are just so clean. 84 for Yuro. Good enough for 2nd place. Next to drop in, a guy who just recently got his first signature pro birdhouse skateboard deck, Tate Carew.
He got that board delivered at his Olympic debut by Tony Hawk and Gons. Just such a beautiful story and an amazing moment.
I thought it might be the print of the shirt, but I don't think it's possible to be that sweaty before you drop in for your first run.
He's working hard. But
why are you so sweaty? Watching Cops. Tate Carew, last 5 seconds. Amelia, he's another one, an ATV. You know, he skates vert so well, he skates park so well, but we haven't quite seen him put it together in a contest, at least on the X Games stage.
I mean, he's done really well in the Olympic qualifying
Yeah.
series, and he has definitely had some podiums. He was actually ranked first in the world going
Right.
into the Paris Olympics. So
That's what's so
definitely-
baffling to me, but he hasn't been able to quite put it together here at X Games. But he's another guy at just 19. I think his best days of skateboarding are way in front of him.
His progression has been unbelievable
Yeah.
the past few years.
Yeah, get this guy some water.
You know, that's, you know, when you wear gray, though, I feel like that's just
It's a choice.
byproduct.
I feel like someone spilled something on him. Can someone profusely sweat like that?
It's
I
just
digress.
the gray, man. It's just the gray.
Tom Shar, 25 years old, owner of 12 X Games medals, including vert gold at X Games Ventura earlier this year.
Also surprised with his very own pro model by Tony Hawk on Birdhouse. So he's a teammate of Tate's. Did that beautiful frontside 360 stalefish over the box jump earlier in his run. And he is just wonderful to watch on a skateboard, whether it's on vert or in park. He's just got a beautiful and powerful style. Oh, what? Doing a nose saw and then popping off switch.
That was sick.
That is death-defying. You gotta pop off switch and make sure you don't hang up. That blew me away.
Amelia, this is something that I do love to talk about with Tom. I mean, we saw him first in big air when he was 12 years old. So to watch his skating evolve and to skate in all these different types of disciplines, but the style and the tech just keeps coming and the hammers keep coming. It's incredible, his growth and his trajectory over these last 13 years.
And honestly, he just keeps getting better and better. Just when you think he's reached his peak, he will surprise you and just one-up himself.
Because if Tom was hyper-focused in vert, he probably would have 5 or 6 gold medals in that discipline. If he was hyper-focused here, probably 5 or 6 gold medals. The fact that he's doing both and podium in both is really special. And we have a new leader, and his name's Tom Shar.
Well, if anybody can get Tom off the top spot, it's Keegan Palmer. And the two are such great friends. And when one of them skates well, the other one skates well. So to have them go back to back, they really feed off each other's energy and just really help each other progress. Oh, that alley-oop lean air is just perfection. Wow,
Oh
doing the
my.
nose pick.
That was amazing.
Keegan Palmer making it look so easy. Beautiful backside tail slide right into a 540, just squeaking it around.
Oh, Amelia, I want to hit on something you just said about making it look easy, and I think that is what really personifies this skateboarding. Is there is a sort of effortlessness to it. It's not, I don't even know if you'd call it laid back. It just seems like everything is happening for him so naturally right now.
It's definitely ingrained in his DNA to be this good. And honestly, he's got so many more tricks in his bag that it's clear that that was a good run, but come finals, we will definitely continue to be blown away.
His last 3 X Games, gold, silver, gold. and
I
picking up
love
where
that
he left
nose
off.
pick. Did you know that he was towed by Formula One driver Lando Norris
I did know that.
on his skateboard? That's just the greatest flex.
Yeah, I think he had quite a bit of fun post Paris with that gold medal around his neck. So his score coming in at an 83. So interesting to see what he'll put out there for run number 2. We're halfway through here in the men's skateboard park elimination. And it's Tom Schaar leading the way. Who will catch him? Find out when we return. There's a beautiful look at our host city here in Chiba, Japan. It's been an honor and privilege to host X Games here the last 3 years. And we welcome you back as we're midway through the men's skateboard park elimination. Brandon Graham joined alongside Amelia Brodka, and that was a fun first run. And really good to see as you currently look at our top 8, Liam Pace standing there, clinging to that 8th spot. Remember, the top 8 will advance to the final. We talked about it earlier. Liam Pace, just good to see him healthy and putting down a full pool solid run right out the gate.
Definitely. It's certainly been a while, but as you can see with that top 8 cut, the people that are outside of it are the ones that didn't land a full run.
Right.
So it is extremely important to stay on the entirety of your run. It impacts your score in a big way. And Phoenix just missed the back boneless in his first run, so he's got a last chance to put it all together.
So I ask you this, Amelia, if he can put this run down with his bag of tricks, would you anticipate him getting into the final?
I think it's pretty likely because he has a really good trick selection. He does flip tricks like we saw that heel flip Indy. He's got a great 540. He 360'd over the box, which we just kind of missed outside of the camera there. This 5, the way that he does it is just so rad. The level of control. Oh, just missing the varial flip Indy. We saw that in his first run. But I gotta say, Phoenix has gotta be proud of himself. He's here at the X Games, and he landed the majority of his first run, and it was a really strong debut.
Yeah, I want to key on something you just said. You talked about the way he does his 540s, right? That's certainly a popular trick we see amongst so many of the skaters, but to the untrained eye, you might say, well, what's the difference between one 540 to another?
Well, he grabs nose grab, which makes it a bit looser on your feet, and the axis of his spin, he just seems like a top that he's been wound up and just sprung into 540 action.
Yeah, you can see that. So here's Danny Leon, also on the outside looking in. He is sitting in 10th place, but he's got to put a full pull down here, Amelia.
And he is no stranger to full pulls. 2 times an Olympian, so he's had to go through tons of competitions, make full runs. Unfortunately, going to be stepping off on that one. You know, the 2-run format, it's really tough. It's really tough, and in park, it's skate till you fall. You can't get back up and reset like you can in street.
So Danny Leon's day unfortunately done, and he will not be moving on to the final. Some skate royalty out there. Jimmy Wilkins watching. So here's Guy Curry.
He did not have his ideal first run. It's unlikely to see him not make a full pull, but usually we just see him on the vert ramp. We see him doing MBDs like kickflip body varial 9s.
Oh, and again, Amelia. What do you think's going on with him?
So, honestly, he's spent so much time on vert recently, you know, doing tricks that no one's ever done. When you're adapting to something like a park course, the transition is different. And the way that he just popped that varial flip Indy, it looked like his timing was way off because the transition on a vert ramp, it's just you have to slow everything down. And so he's just used to that, trying to come into the park.
Pretty remarkable for Guy. 9 X Games medals at just 15 years old. I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be at the top of the record books. But we turn our attention now to Liam Pace, as we said, clinging to that bubble spot. What can he do here, Amelia, to give himself a little more breathing room?
Oh, there, you saw him land fakie, which means backwards, and then doing a Caballero back disaster. Caballero named after Steve Caballero. Oh, unfortunately, see, that's what happens when you're going fakie, which is backwards. It's a little bit harder to control. He was trying to turn back around and go forward. Unfortunately, just kind of miscalculated it. But I am still psyched that we saw Liam put a full run down. It's been way too long since we've seen that.
Now Liam has to wait. Can he move on to the final? So here's Alex Sorgente. He's in 5th place. It's just like free flow jazz whenever you watch Alex Sorgente in a park contest. He's got to feel comfortable about moving on to the final, so it'll be interesting to see what he does here.
Oh, going over the hip into a feeble, going fakie, right into a Caballero, just packing the tricks in. Nice Smith grind on the rainbow rail. Oh, gapping up to lip slide. Blunt fakie. Nice,
Yes.
go for that fakie Smith. Okay, if you're popping fakie to transfer onto something that's higher, like your timing is completely different. So the fact that he's the only one
That's a really good point.
going up that feature fakie is gonna make it.
I was
stand
gonna
out.
ask you, Amelia, who else is attacking every feature on this course besides Sorgente?
That's the beauty of watching Sorgente skate a park course, is he is going to skate it in such a way that he hits all of the key features.
Improves his score, and you know, like head judge Jason Rothmeyer and the rest of the judging crew, they want to see that. Not only do you want to see trick selection, but use of course.
Yeah, if there's a rail on the course, you're gonna want to hit that rail if you want to be in those top spots. And he's also hitting that tall ledge that some people aren't even seeing.
Well, we are flying through run number 2. More from men's skateboard park elimination at X Games Chiba when we return. We welcome you back to Makuhari Messe here at X Games Chiba 2024. We're giving you the best POV possible of this park course. A look at our standings. Top 8 moving on to the final. Tom Shar, our current leader. And methinks he and Kieran and Keegan Palmer, of course, Euro, they're gonna have a nice little battle here on their second and final runs, Amelia.
So it definitely helps to finish in that top spot, because then you have the final say when it comes time to those podium positions in the finals.
So we know that our top 8 are officially safe. The 3 guys in this field have already been eliminated, so those will not be moving on. So really it just comes down to seeding at this point. Kieran Woolley dropping in for his second run. Looked so good on that first run with an 86, only bested by Shar.
He is a wild one to watch. Just the raw power that he puts in his skating. Apparently during one of his first skate trips, his team manager had him watch only John Cardiel videos. And it definitely shows in the way that he skates.
Yeah, that influence is very real.
Fast and loose. And that transfer, going the distance
Yeah,
on
that's
that
no
ollie.
joke.
And the way, okay, so he bonks off that rail, technically called a wally, to be able to propel himself in the air, and we don't see anyone else using that feature like that. It just goes to show that he's also really creative in his approach.
Yeah, I think when you combine the creativity with that board control, that's a superpower.
And the fearlessness, because he just charges.
So Kieran Woolley having himself a day. And second place is where he'll stay. Kieran, of course, trying to add to his X Games resume a third medal. Gavin Bacher, his best run score of an 80. Good enough for 6th place, which is where he stands now. He's moving on to the final. But can he climb up that ladder?
To start off with a Weddle 5, that is just starting with a bang for sure. Taking a big risk right at the beginning, and then doing a 360 over the box jump. Oh, kickflip frontside air. Oh no, just stepping off on the Madonna. Gavin actually just got a bowl built in his backyard by an X Games Skateboard Street bronze medalist, Kyle Berard. And it's a replica of the bowl at Bondi Beach in Australia.
Of course, he had a video part just dropped Jazz June for Thrasher in August, featuring clips from street, park, and in the pool. It's a good time to be Gavo as he'll move on to the finals. Yuro Nagahara coming off that W in Portland for the Rockstar Energy Open, but still in search of that first ever X Games podium finish. He's sitting in 3rd place.
He could be Japan's first men's park medalist. And to do so in Chiba, that would just be the cherry on top. Oh, there we go, another Wally. But I think he was trying to take it in a nose grind.
Just so much pop in Euro skateboarding. Sky Brown showing some love.
Rino Hashino has a patch over her eye. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, she was competing just earlier in the women's street elimination. Has an eye patch there. Tate Carew, we were teasing about the sweat, but I did just get a note that Chiba is actually under an excessive heat warning. 91 degrees, 66 humidity, very warm inside the venue. And that is why Tate Carew looks so sweaty.
Now we know. Oh, just missing that flick on the heel flip Indy. Not quite getting it around. But we will see him skate tomorrow in the men's finals.
So Tate Carew will stay in 7th place. There you see our current leader, Tom Shar. For more on him, let's head down to Mitch, out on the course in Chiba.
Yeah, Tom Shah, we can see how comfortable and at home he is here with these big walls in this park. And for Tom, that 88.66 on the first run proves it. He's skating in 3 disciplines here, but to watch him skate park, the elements that he brings from the vert and the transition is so special. A run, unfortunately, for Tom that didn't succeed, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited, and I bet you guys are too, because I know we're going to see him comes final time.
Well, yeah, and he came out firing out of the gate there, Amelia.
Yeah, he gapped up 180 switch crook off of the small transition over the hip onto the extension. That was insane to just toss that in there like that. That is a taste of what's to come in the finals.
Human beings are not supposed to do that.
Speaking of human beings with unheard of skills, Keegan Palmer, 2-time Olympic champion, coming in for his second run here, already comfortably into the finals. But if we know Keegan, he just one-ups himself with each and every run. He's got such a big bag of tricks.
Yes. Also a 2-time X Games gold medalist. He's got top-ranked qualifier on the brain.
Love that nose pick up there, using the feature in such a different way. Oh, and trying to up his score with a kickflip lean.
You know, not a lot of full pulls there on run number 2, Amelia, but I love it because the skateboarding in this discipline is so elevated that you're seeing all these guys who could, any of these guys could win gold that are getting into our final. Let's not get it twisted. But they feel the elevated level of skateboarding that they're going for it in elimination.
That's right. They're already into the final, but you can tell they're just feeding off of each other to try these bigger tricks that they want to throw into their final runs.
And that's all she wrote. Men's Skateboard Park elimination in the books. Your top-ranked qualifier, Tom Shar, Kieran Woolley, and Yuro Nagahara round out your top 3, and Liam Pace holds on to that bubble spot from run number 1, and he moves on to the finals, which is going to be going down at 7:50 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. What a showing from the fellas here in Men's Skateboard Park elimination. Congratulations to our top 8. Tom Shar taking the top spot. More to come from X Games Chiba after this.